Hello and welcome to a Battle of the Plains sealed event. This is Old Man Poole. So the way this works is this is something new that just started for Magic Online, and they put together a handful of kind of weird sealed lists, I guess, for a bunch of different planes. So there's Innistrad and Mirrodin and Ravnica and a couple of others. Let me pull up the other ones. I probably should have had this prep beforehand. We have Dominaria, Innistrad, Mirrodin, Ravnica, and Zendikar. And you get kind of like one pack from each of those pools. So because I have the most experience with Innistrad, and really only the newer set of Innistrad, I didn't draft the original very much at all. I did one sweet flashback Innistrad draft where I got the Spider Spawning deck, and it was the best thing ever. But haven't had a chance to play with it very much. It was funny looking through all of these. I played Return to Ravnica, played some of the Battle for Zendikar, but like other than that, didn't do much. Didn't do anything in Mirrodin, didn't do anything in Dominaria. I was aware of the game and playing then, but wasn't really actively drafting. I kind of started getting back in during original Innistrad, but I actually didn't really draft to speak of. But anyway, that was a long introduction. We have a pretty cool sealed list, which is a combination of 2 Innistrad, 1 Dark Ascension, 2 Shadows of Innistrad, and 1 Eldritch Moon. Don't really know what's good. I'm going to bank on the fact that most people probably don't know what's good, but let's see what we've got here. I do like Geralt's Masterpiece. I think that's a pretty big endgame threat, and it's difficult for your opponent to get rid of permanently. Eerie Interlude, don't think that did much. Sharing number of creatures. Okay, if you have tons of enter the battlefield effects. Curse of Stalked Prey. Okay, if you're really aggressive, maybe this is okay. It doesn't do anything on its own, but if you play on turn 2 and like you played a 1-drop, or if you have a hasty 3-drop they can't block, it gets pretty gross pretty fast. Coach from the Blind Eternities. Choose an Eldrazi card you own from outside the game. Okay. I guess that's true. There's some Eldrazi in here, but probably not tons. Geralt's Messenger is super powerful individually, but it's triple black, which makes it hard to play unless you're really, really in that deck. Heretic's Punishment is a straight up bomb. This is just reads destroy target creature over and over again. You do have to worry about milling yourself out, but if you get 5 mana, it's pretty fantastic. And then Truant Outlaw is pretty good too. Okay. I think we've got kind of a cool start here. Again, I don't know the card super well, and this is the set that I know the colors the best in. But let's look at what we've got. I like Doom Dissenter. Servant Inspector I think is probably fine as well. I pulled down Gather the Townsfolk, which I think is also probably okay. Feeling of Dread, probably not great, but probably playable. Depends a little bit on how tempo-y the format is. And I get the impression these lists probably aren't like super balanced. I'm not sure that Innistrad's is the best set to pick, but some are higher power than others. But like the metagames can be really, really weird. Okay. Pilgrim is probably playable. Lone Rider is pretty good if you have something that enables it. We'll put it down in the kind of not great pile at first, but Long Road Home. Exile target creatures being the next step. Turn that creature to the battlefield. Okay. I guess it's kind of interesting. It can negate an opponent's combat trick, or gives you like very minor benefit. I guess it's really best if your opponent tries to kill something with a removal spell. Drifter, I think that Drifter was always kind of fine, but don't think that's good. Or Exorcism, probably not good. Although a sideboard card if we're playing against someone else in Innistrad. Borrowed Grace. If you are playing kind of a horde strategy, I guess that's alright. Not wild about Eerie Interlude. Elder Cather seems okay if you got humans going on. Okay, so I look through white and I'm not real excited. We've got some stuff going on, but not anything that's really nuts. Blue seems unexciting. I like Drag Under, Fleeting Memories. I guess if we went really deep on that, could be kind of cute. The Geist is good. Fortress Crab is probably playable. Tower Geist looks pretty good. Geralt's Masterpiece is obviously awesome. Lost in the Mist, counter target spell, return target permanent to its owner's hand. That's powerful. It's expensive. Snappers. Not great. So it's a little unfortunate. I feel like our blue is neither very deep or super powerful. I do like Scab Goliath too, although you kind of need to have mill to enable it. It's kind of a cool combo with Geralf's Masterpiece, but this is best if you're discarding things that you can't just cast too. Ghoul Caller's Chant's pretty good. Sanitarium Skeleton. Interesting. This is zombies only, yeah. District Concoction. Cemetery Recruitment. I don't even know how I'm pulling this down right now. Maybe I'll just look at it across. Arrow Falconwrath's pretty powerful. Pale Rider. Screwsdag Flare. I guess he can sacrifice himself. Vessel, Corpse Lunge, Falconwrath Torture. He just gets bigger, right? Yeah. Minor sacrifice theme for humans. Empire Nobles are fine. Messenger's fine. Rot Snake's pretty unexciting. Ruthless Disposal is pretty good. That was a pretty powerful effect. That's cool art. I actually don't really remember it looking like that. Maybe I just saw the card smaller and never really got a good look at it. That's creepy looking. Okay. We really want our red to be good because I really, really want to play our Heretic's Punishment. Let's see here. Probably not great. Killer's probably playable. Stensia Banquet deals damage. Yeah, goodness. Yeah, a lot of this does not look very good. Kind of cool art. And Nosferatu-y. Truant Outlaw. Duelists are good, especially. They're quite good with the Curse of Stalked Prey. Okay, red seems not the best either. Although, maybe I just need to lower my standards a little bit. Because I'm not seeing any set that looks crazy good here. Swift Spinner is fine. Feels like I have kind of a low number of creatures in general, too. Okay, and let's finally look at our handful of things here. Variant, I'm not opposed to for sure. Alright. That's a good sideboard card for sure. Ooh, Butcher's Cleaver was pretty great in its day. Really need humans, I guess, or kind of a horde strategy going on. Like Juggernaut. Interesting. Carriage. Mockery of Nature's kind of powerful. Okay. Well, I'm gonna start with red here. We did have some reasonable red cards, and like I said, I really want to be able to play our Heretic's Punishment. Let's see what we can put into the deck that I think is playable. I'm gonna probably try this Curse of Stalked Prey. It feels pretty good with a couple of Eldarin Duelists. Like if my opponent has kind of a slow start, you play it turn 2, play something turn 3, even if it can't attack. If they only have one creature blocking, both Duelist and something else get big really fast. Seems pretty good. Not opposed to a Tormented Pariah. An Outlaw looked good too. I guess this is fine. It's not a bad follow-up to the Curse. It gets really big really fast if you have it. Damage the number of vampires. I don't know if we're gonna have that many vampires. We've got 3 so far. We'll see. I think you have to reliably be able to do a couple of damage before that's exciting, or at least have the opportunity. It does one draw a card that's pretty marginal. It's not terrible, but it's pretty marginal. Terror is pretty powerful. Kind of interesting. Yeah, actually, Curse of the Nightly Hunt might be pretty good with Curse of Stalked Prey. My opponent has to attack. All our creatures keep getting bigger. That might be too slow. I don't know though. That seems kind of sweet. Enchant creature gets bigger. Kind of expensive combat trick. It doesn't actually trade super well. Curse of the Pierced Heart. I mean, we'd have to be really aggressive to want this. We have literally no 2-drops in this deck. I guess this is playable too. Okay, yeah. I think that's as much as we're getting out of red, reliably. There were a good number of 2-drops with white, so maybe we go white to just take advantage of the curse. Heretic's Punishment's going to be good whether we have big threats or not. Let's see, what do we have in black? Do you like Sinister Concoction, Cemetery Recruitment? Fine. The air is pretty good. Pretty good synergy with a couple of things. I think let's look at red-black, because Pale Rider's a pretty powerful effect too. Very difficult to block for my opponent if I have the curse. How many humans do we have? This is a human, this is a human. I mean, you may just always play Screwed Flare, because at the very worst it's like an expensive removal spell, because you can always sacrifice it. So, it's probably playable. Manor Skeleton's actually probably reasonable in this deck too. Again, works well with the curse. And maybe we shouldn't be looking as all in on that, but we actually have a good number of kind of aggressive cards here. You could maybe just get in there. Don't think we're gonna have any zombies, so I'm not sure we can really take advantage of that. Sanitarium Skeleton. Don't really have anything we want to discard other than like the hair and Pale Rider. I guess and Sinister Concoction we're gonna play for sure. Don't know about Vessel. Corpse Lunge, I guess, kills stuff sometimes. It seems... I don't think the Torture is very good. Vampire Nobles are probably fine. So if we have a lot of stuff, maybe Stensia Blunt Banquet ends up being okay. Ruthless Disposal is pretty powerful too. Man, I don't know. Joel's Messenger is powerful, but if you're not reliably playing it until like turn 5, it's not as good, just because you don't have the mana for it. And Butcher's Cleaver I'm not sure is really necessary. Just don't really have a ton of humans that interacts fantastically with. I guess it makes like Crew and Outlaw just an absolute house, but most of the time it's just gonna be +3/+0, which is maybe fine. Makes it hard to block creatures. And maybe I should play it. I'm not honestly sure how great that is. Maybe Maddox, just a worse version, I think. Don't want any of those. We have 4 2-drops, which is not tons. Although playing the curse on turn 2 isn't bad either. We have some hasty threats let us get in, and some good removal. I like a couple more like combat tricks, but I'm not seeing much we can add in for that. I guess Corpse Lunge maybe clears the way sometimes. Okay, let's see. For white, what do we have again? I feel like the Vessel of Ephemera. Vessel's actually pretty powerful with the curse too. Just anything with evasion gets better. Not really an advantage. Sacrifice a creature. It's bigger. Is Lone Rider a human? Ooh, actually Lone Rider with Butcher's Cleaver is kind of gross. I don't know if that's worthwhile, but that is a powerful play. If they have a removal spell, it just kind of blanks it. It's kind of slow. This is pretty cool. How likely are we to get Delirium? Do the Moorland Drifters turn into flyers? We're playing red, which I think we do. We don't have tons of stuff that puts stuff directly into the graveyard, although Heretic's Punishment does eventually. Borrowed Grace is a combat trick, but not an astoundingly good one. I guess if we play something like one of our 1-drops into Curse of Stalked Prey, it's pretty powerful pretty fast. Black has good removal, and obviously we don't have to choose like permanently between these two. This is just what our starting deck looks like. But let's take a quick peek at white red. Probably don't want long trip home or whatever the card was. Raven Inspector. Guardian Pilgrims is actually a pretty nice. It makes my opponent either jump. It's kind of like, it's a common trick they can see, but it still can give them a hard choice. Feeling of Dread is also maybe okay with Curse. Again, I'm going all in on that though. Doom Traveler. Silverclaw Griffin's actually pretty big. Maybe I like white better. It doesn't have the removal advantage. We can't play something like Stensia Banquet, I don't think. But it actually has more 2-drops and more impactful ones. Also a couple more humans, so maybe the Butcher's Cleaver ends up being good. I am so enamored by the idea of putting Butcher's Cleaver on Lone Rider and just going off, but probably not real likely. Vessel's probably playable, even though it's kind of slow. Again, evasion ends up being pretty good. Don't think I want Militant Inquisitor. Reaper good? Reaper's probably fine. Comparable in power to the Silverclaw. Yeah, maybe I like white-red a little bit better. Black does have better removal for sure. But white has a lot of 2-drops. A lot of things going that way. Like I feel like white has more cards that are good, but black maybe has more powerful individual cards. Like Ruthless Disposal is just crazy. Or Sinister Concoction's good. Have a lot of hard-hitting early drops. I think I kind of like the white better though. Don't think we can play the Stensia Banquet. Guess we maybe play like a Borrowed Grace. Maybe bring in like a Long Road Home. I don't think that we had very much that takes advantage of Eerie Interlude. It unflips werewolves, kills off tokens. Yeah, I don't think we have anything that wants that really. And maybe the Curse is bad. It's really good with the Curse of Stalk Prey, but other than that, maybe pretty sketchy. We don't have like tons of huge creatures that we force them to attack into. Okay, well, let's look at something like this. We probably talked long enough. I think there are definitely ways that could be better. Maybe the Curse is just bad. Decide. What are we playing instead of it? Terrarium, maybe? That's not super exciting. Feeling of Dread at a Long Road Home. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the Curse of the Nightly Hunt for now. That may turn out to be a mistake, but I think we're going to keep it for now. Okay, this deck looks cool. I'm excited. Let's get our beats on. Yeah, I definitely want more red or more white. But I think we want a good number of red too. Could maybe go 10-7. We don't have any double reds. Oh yeah, we do. I lied. 3-drops. And let's just do this. Okay. Deck's sweet. I'm excited. Can we play Warp Landscape? Can we afford to play a Warp Landscape? Not splashing for anything. I would definitely splash for something like the Ruthless Disposal, so maybe we should do that. Pretty powerful. Maybe we can afford to do something like that off a Warp Landscape. But 1 Plains. Add 1 Swamp. Wait. Oh, because we added in Ruthless Disposal too. That lets us get rid of the Curse of Nightly Hunt, maybe. That card is just disgusting when it works. We're playing that. Do we want to play like Sinister Concoction too? We're already splashing for 1. No, I think we want a good number of really. So let's see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 plains, 8 mountains, Warp Landscape. So I guess we cut 1 mountain probably. And a black source. That might mean we can't consistently play these on turn 3, which is a little bit rough. But we really want to have 1 and 2 drops, I think. Okay, deck looks cool. I am going on to match 1. See you guys there.